Episode 8 of the Global Cities Tournament 2020 here on GeoBrax, joined today by a very special guest. You all know him, you all love him. The master of the draw is in the building for some third round action here in quadrant number 3. First matchup today is the number 4 overall seed, Tokyo, Japan against number 59, Bogota, Colombia. Commence!
Average high temperature.
Well, you would think that a city located this far above the equator would probably be the city that close to the equator. But sometimes the mountains come into play. 17.25 Celsius, average high monthly temperature of Bogota. It is 19.75 in Tokyo. That's a 1-0 lead. Second category, please.
Surface area.
Surface area of Tokyo, Japan is pretty big. 2,194 square kilometers. It is going to take the victory over 307. And that's a 2-0 lead for Tokyo. Are they moving on in a sweep?
Highest elevation.
A city known for Mount Fuji, which is not in the city, but it's close by. 2,017 meters highest elevation in Tokyo. Of course, the Andes Mountains have something to say about that. 2,640 highest elevation in Bogota. 2-1 game. Fourth category, please.
Traffic index.
Traffic index of Tokyo is 130.01. Bogota is actually pretty bad, 221.08. It's a sad way to end their tournament, but it is a 3-1 victory for Tokyo. They're going to the 4th round. Number 33 overall, Atlanta, United States, facing off against number 90, Nairobi, Kenya. Let's begin.
Largest stadium.
The largest stadium in Nairobi is the Moi International Sports Center. Kasarani seats 60,000. However, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta seats 71,000. That is a 1-0 lead for Atlanta. Second category.
Cost of living.
As you might imagine, it is much cheaper to live in Nairobi than in the United States. $2,163 worth of goods would be $5,200 in Atlanta. We're tied at 1. Third category.
Gross domestic product.
Nairobi has a rather small GDP, one of the smallest you'll see in this tournament, 14.8 billion annually. Atlanta, 397 billion, an easy category victory there. It is now 2-1. What is the 4th category?
International visitors.
This was surprisingly close. Atlanta has one of the busiest airports in the world, busiest in North America, but only 1 million visitors for foreigners. Nairobi, 1.4 million. We are tied at 2. Who's taking it in the 5th and final category?
Annual rainfall.
The Savannah Plains are famous in Kenya. It's not a rainforest. 757 millimeters per year. In Atlanta, 1,262. Atlanta's moving on to face Tokyo in the 4th round. We have a first round survivor here. Number 125, Recife, Brazil. They are facing off with heavily favored number 38 overall, Milan, Italy. First category.
Traffic index.
Traffic index in Recife, 195.85. However, in Milan, it's actually pretty decent, clear traffic, 131.85. A 1-0 lead to Milano. Second category.
Largest urban park.
We have the Parco Sempione at 95 acres in Milan. The Jardin Botânico do Recife comes in at 54 acres. That is a victory for Milan in the category. They're up 2-0. Category the third.
Best flag.
Can the subjectivity keep this going? Well, Recife actually had this category in the first round. And they are going to win it again because, as we see, they have originality. I still like the line. I like the two different designs of the stars. And, of course, Milan is just a knockoff, very stretched version of the English flag. Not cool. 2-1 game, category 4.
Highest elevation.
A Cidade do Nordeste, on the Atlantic coast of Brazil. Not going to be high elevation. 10 meters, 120 in Milan, and they are moving up to the fourth round. Number 64, Cairo, Egypt, is going to be taking on the number 15 overall seed, Berlin, Germany, here in a third round matchup. How are we starting this one off?
International visitors.
Should be a pretty good category for Cairo, and it is. 5.8 million international visitors per year. That is quite a few. Berlin, 6.0 million per year. That's a 1-0 lead to Berlin. Second category, please.
Busiest airport.
Cairo International, CAI, receives 15 million passengers per year. Not very many for a global city. Berlin Tegel Airport, 24.2 million. Berlin stepping up to a 2-0 lead. They finish it here.
Cost of living.
They do not finish here. The $3,800 you would be spending in Berlin on goods would have translated to $1,390. Means it's cheaper in Cairo. Means we're going to the fourth category.
Purchasing power.
Yes, we know how this turns out. 320% higher purchasing power for Berliners as opposed to the residents of Cairo. That's a 3-1 victory. That means Berlin will be facing Milan in the fourth round. Welcome to the second half of episode number 8. The number 12 overall seed, Shanghai, China, facing off against number 96 overall, Chennai, India. First category, a Mr. Master of the Draw.
Purchasing power.
We have two emerging superpowers here, the China and the India. This is actually surprisingly close. Purchasing power is only 17.6% higher in Shanghai than it is in Chennai. 1-0 lead to the 12 seed. They keep it going.
Best skyline.
Shanghai's very famous Bund district. One of the more recognizable, beautiful skylines in the world. Chennai, not known for any skyline whatsoever. An easy victory there. Shanghai with a 2-0 lead. Can they take it now?
Average high temperature.
These are actually very spread apart, so we need to do some careful math. Not that careful. 33.25 Celsius is the average high monthly temperature in Chennai. In Shanghai, 19.42. That is closer to 23. That is closer to the fourth round because they're there. They're already there in the fourth round. 3-0. Number 97 overall, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, is facing the number 20 seed, Moscow, Russia. And how does it start out?
Largest urban park.
It's a great way to start it out. If you're Moscow with Ismailovsky Park, it is 766 acres in size. Ho Chi Minh City does not have any big parks. Vinhome Central Park, I think it's a new park that's been built in the past 3 years. It's only 35 acres. It's still the biggest one in the city. 1-0 to Moscow. Second category, please.
Best flag.
Taking a look here. And Ho Chi Minh is not a flag, but it is a pretty decent city seal. It looks like the letter G. I don't know if that's intentional. I doubt it was. Now, what is intentional is this knight on horseback stomping on a winged European dragon with a lance in its hand and a blue cape on a red background. That's way too cool to have a city seal compete with it. 2-0 lead to Moscow. Are they going to sweep?
Crime index.
Well, if you listen to the American media in terms of Hollywood and the movies they come out, obviously the Russians they're gonna win this category. Crime index of 38.42 in Moscow, very low. Ho Chi Minh 54.11. That is a sweep. Moscow to the fourth round. Number 27 seed Dubai United Arab Emirates taking on 40 overall, Geneva, Switzerland. The smallest population city in the entire tournament. First category, please.
Best flag.
Okay, we have the flag of the Emirates of Dubai. It is, yeah, it's pretty boring. The flag of Geneva, like all the canton flags in Switzerland, is a rectangle like the national flag. This is a really cool rectangle. It has an eagle with a crown and a key. It's key to my subjectivity. 1-0 lead to Geneva. Second category.
Average high temperature.
This was a very close one. 33.33 Celsius. Average high monthly temperature of Dubai, 13.83 in Geneva. Geneva about 9.17 off the target, 10.33 off the target for Dubai, target 23. Geneva up 2-0. Can they finish the upset here?
Gross domestic product.
That is a resounding no they cannot. 49.4 billion GDP of Geneva. It is 102.7 billion dollars in Dubai. They close to 1-2. Can they push it to 5?
Busiest airport.
DXB, Dubai International, gets 89.1 million passengers a year. Geneva Airport, GBA, 17.9 million per year. We are now tied at 2. What's going to be the decider here?
Population.
I said this was the smallest city in the whole tournament, and you drew population. That doesn't even seem fair. 202,000 in Geneva, 3.3 million in Dubai. Came back from 0-2, and they're going to the fourth round. All right, final matchup here in episode number 8 features, of course, 57th overall Perth, Western Australia, against the number 7 overall seeded team, Los Angeles, California, United States. Begin.
International visitors.
Well, this should be very simple for Los Angeles. It is 6.6 million international visitors per year. Yes, Perth, the most isolated city of 1 million people. 700,000 international visitors per year, which is actually more than I thought it would have. But they're down 1-0. Can the seed keep it rolling?
Traffic index.
They absolutely cannot keep it rolling because everyone has ground to a halt in traffic. 340.31 traffic index. I think only Lagos is worse. 153.74 in Perth. We're tied at 1, category 3.
Largest stadium.
The largest stadium in Perth is the aptly named Perth Stadium. 61,721 There is a Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. I would like a word with you. 77,500 hosted 2 Olympic Games. Gonna host a 3rd one this decade. 2-1 lead for Los Angeles. Can they end the episode here?
Crime index.
42.05 versus 48.55. And we're going to the 5th category because Perth won that one. Who is going to win this matchup?
Largest urban park.
Kings Park in Perth, 990 acres. Very, very nice urban park. However, the famous Griffith Park in Los Angeles, 4,310 acres. If you thought a park was going to save Los Angeles, then you were right the whole time. They're going to the 4th round to face Dubai. Thank you all for tuning in. That was episode number 8 of the GC 2020 tournament here on GeoBrax. Follow along right here on the Discord. You know you want to. Peer pressure. I'm your peer. Here's the pressure. It's been applied. Follow along. And of course, continue with the peer pressure theme. Subscribe. Keep up to date. Don't miss a dang thing. We need you.